Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kudash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. All right, this is going to be a quick video, but I wanted to deal with this topic of this shooting, all right, that happened. Here I have an article from CNN. Now, I've seen brothers post videos on it, okay, dealing with the Daytona Beach shooting, where you had this individual that shot a police officer, okay, as the report says. And they say that he was, well, it's right here. They said they found him on a property that's affiliated with the NFAC, all right, which we know who they are with, Grandmaster Jay and all of them, okay, which is starting to make, it's getting clearer and clearer, which we said this from the jump, all right, that he was an agent. But now you can see how he's being used with all the things he's done to push that militant, aggressive spirit. And in doing that, he basically tried to drag all of us in it, by trying to affiliate himself or their group with, us. All right. And then you got Vocab Malone on the other side, all right, who's also, the first thing you see, I think there was a video he did, titled Hebrew Israelite Shoots Police Officer or something like that, So you have all these bodies of propaganda that the slightest, chance they get, they're jumping on it and blowing it out of proportion. And now you have, and the reason I titled it, what better, along the lines of what better way than a shooting, because now you remember you had that snitch program that the Biden administration, basically came out and put out there, right? That, if you have any radical, right, family members or friends, snitch them out, which is a thing, a snitch, they actually, have an agenda with it in it. And now you're starting to see how they can give momentum to that snitch program, right? Because now it goes beyond just, oh, they're radical, oh, they don't believe in what regular people believe, but now it goes to, oh, they do things like what Otho Wallace did. So they're not just radical, but they're dangerous, all right? And if you leave them and you don't report them, well, they're basically walking criminals that are going to be doing things like this. And that's the vibration that they're going to push. And now then it's going to turn into, if you have parents, it's going to seem to them, they're going to push it as though they're harboring, some criminal in their house, stuff like that, where, if they find out, that you knew or you could, get some trouble by being affiliated or associated with such and such, And so, as you see the propaganda moving, it's only a matter of time, or it was only a matter of time. And they've tried this many times over and over again, where they'll put a little snippet. All right, but remember, it's gradualism. They'll put a little snippet of the Israelites in the news, and usually there'll be something negative to demonize us, and then they'll throw maybe an attack or something, and it's, oh yeah, these guys did it. Oh yeah, these guys, and then it's like they're climbing up the list of dangerous, and they're becoming a one of the main, as they'll put it, quote unquote, terrorist groups. So now they can give examples. Right? They can say, well, if you have a family member that might believe in something such and such and such, right? And then they'll show examples like this guy, Wallace. All right. Cool. Now, let me see. Because the NFAC did mention, all right, about the elect, trying to tie in, when you listen to Grandmaster Jay and his BS videos, all right, try to tie in themselves with things that we mention to make it seem as though we're different sects of one body. No, we're not. All right. We're not. So let's see. There we go. It says here, a part of this article, this is from CNN, and it says, Young said Wallace made a statement upon his arrest, saying, "You guys know who I am. You know what I'm capable of, and it could have been much, or could have been a lot worse." Now, if you say something like that, all right, which it doesn't make sense for you to say something like that in that situation anyway, but if you say something like that, what narrative do you think they can push with that? Oh, well, you hear what he's saying. You guys know who I am and what I'm capable of, right? And they're going to tie that into, well, you're a part of such and such. So you know who I am, meaning you know I'm a part of this kind of organization, and you know what we do. All right. And you know it could have been much worse. So now it's like, wait, hold on. So your organization is about doing things like this? Your organization is dangerous? You know? Because how would they know you for who you are? Right? Well, what reason would they just come and have files on you? Gotta be a reason. You know, so we understand, as the scriptures say in the book of 2 Corinthians, all right, we know we have, the devil is not going to be able to take and get an advantage over us because we're not ignorant of his devices. All right, we know we've been waiting. All right, we've been waiting because we knew that this was going to come. Now, we have to watch and see because, you know, usually they'll do slowly but surely. They'll put something, then they'll take it down, wait for a while, then they'll throw something else out there. Sometimes they'll double up on it. Sometimes they'll just, you know, back down a bit. But as it says here in the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 9, it says, then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. So this is a part of the prophecies the Lord, you know, had given, okay, that would happen before his return. Now, some of these prophecies took place, you know, not long after the Lord went back into the heavens, but some of them are also set for the times we're in now. All right. And so we know that, pursuant to Revelation 2:10 as well, that they are going to come and find a way to criminalize us and throw some of us in prison, kill some of us, as the Lord said. But a lot of it is, as it says, deliver you up. You're going to be betrayed, you know. And what is an example of that? Being snitched out, being sold out, you know, somebody selling you out. Okay, so as you can see, they push that fear on one end, and then they push the, well, you know how bad and dangerous these guys are. If you see something, say something. If you know somebody, you know, that's like this or can potentially be like this, say something. You know. And so now they're trying to push that image out there, the face of terror, you know, and they're trying to shift and put a label on it that's so strongly descriptive that, you know, even without saying Israelites, you can, you know, immediately think of Israel. They're trying to do that. Okay. And slowly but surely, every time they inch closer and closer and closer. But guess what? We're here waiting for you, looking at you. We're looking at you inching closer and closer and closer because we know that there's going to be a time when you are going to have to do this, and you will. All right, just like Yahushua knew that there was going to be a time when, you know, he was going to be betrayed by Judas and all that. He didn't panic because he knew, and he told his disciples. All right, just like he told us what's going to happen. So we know that whether it's through this event or another one, you're going to come. All right, but we also know that when you do, the Lord said he's going to lift up a standard. Right. So we're, you know, we have our hopes in that the Lord is going to lift up a standard. All right. For his elect. All right. On our behalf. So we understand that in order for the standard to be lifted, this has to happen. They have to come in like a flood. They have to get their justification, which is going to be through false accusations. All right. Through slander, through lies. But that's how they're going to be able to get that momentum to come after us like a flood. So don't get discouraged when they come with the lies and the defamation, and they have to do that to get that momentum to come after us like a flood. But once that's over, guess what? The Lord is going to lift up that standard, and guess what? All that madness and the extra that they did to demonize us would be worth nothing because, okay, you did it, and now you came after us, but now what? You know, you got stopped. All right, so this is the book of Revelation, chapter 2, verse 10. It says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. So the Lord is telling you, don't fear. You see it coming, but you know it's supposed to happen. All right, and the Lord has already said it, man. He said what's going to happen after that. You know, what's going to happen before that. What's going to happen to you, regardless of what you try to do. He set it all up. So that's why he said, don't fear. All right, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Don't fear the demonization. Don't fear the handcuffs. Don't fear being put in a prison outfit. Don't fear being thrown in a cell or a concentration camp. You know, don't fear being in a court and they sentence you to life or sentence you to death. Okay? Don't fear that. All right? Don't fear them putting you on death row. Don't fear any of that. Don't worry about how your family's going to be taken care of. The Lord has it all set. And if he didn't, he wouldn't have told us to not fear and not worry. Okay? It says, behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison. And we know who this devil is. It's not the spiritual demon Satan, but it's the same one propagating all this, propaganda, okay, about us, to try and cast us into prison. It says that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days, all right, which is a period of time. It could be literally 10 days, but it could also be longer. It could be shorter. All right, it says, be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. And in order to be faithful unto death, you need to keep the testimony of Yahushua unto death, because the martyrs, as we read in the book of Revelation, they were beheaded for the testimony of Yahushua. Okay, so as it says, be thou faithful unto death. Hey, look at John the Baptist. You know, he was beheaded. He was put in prison and he was beheaded. Okay, but he was faithful unto death. All right. It says, and I will give thee a crown of life. So, you know, whichever, you know, if this is the lot that you got to go through, hey, it is what it is, man. You know, but just know that the end of the thing is going to be better than the beginning thereof, because the end is going to be that crown of life, that eternal life. You know, as we're now, hey, I mean, there's nothing here for us anyway. You know, so as they do this and they push their snitch program, you know, just prepare your minds. You know, that really your main trust, your only trust should be in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, because yes, family members and friends will turn. It's been prophesied. They will turn. They will deliver up the son and deliver up the father and all of that to death. Okay, or to be you know, captured and whatnot, out of fear, because that's how humans are. You know, so you gotta trust in the Lord, and if that happens, all right, to you, don't let it, you know, mess you up, because you knew that there is a possibility that it would happen. The Lord prophesied it. Okay, and so if it happens, hey, it really should just strengthen your faith, or strengthen our faith, all right, in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And don't panic, all right? Just because everything that's happening and that's going to happen in that moment, it's been already planned. It's been set up from the beginning of time. Nothing is going to change it. But if you're faithful, it's going to go in your favor, as it says in the book of Romans, the 8th chapter, that all things work to the good of them that love the Most High. And you have to remember what Job said, all right? Though he slay me, yet will I maintain my trust in him. So we've been warned that there is a chance that you might die. So you might be in prison and you might hope to get delivered, but maybe your lot is to be a martyr. Can't lose faith if you hoping to get delivered, but instead you actually end up under a guillotine and it's coming right down on you. You got to keep the faith and understand, okay, well, maybe, hey, this is my lot. So I got to just, you know, play it out to the best that I can. All right. So we already know, all right, what the deal is. We know it's not going to be easy. We know they're coming with some heavy propaganda on all aspects, you know, not just with this part with the demonization, but even on a global scale. All right, which is looking like there's going to be a second lockdown, but we got to watch and see that as well. Okay, so, you know, with that, Lord willing, you were edified. All right, stay in the spirit and remain very circumspect. All right, because there's a lot of agents, you know, there's a lot of, you know, setups, and there's a lot of demons out, especially in the summer, you know. So definitely, you know, remain diligent. Diligent as well, vigilant and circumspect. Okay, and always, as the scriptures say, watch as well as pray. All right, so with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rachah Kodash. Until next time, Shalom.